that's a familiar sight, huh?
Hey, that's save point.
Don't worry, we're gonna get another one this time on Beard Bros.
Mama, here come that man.
Ugh. Still feels good.
Nothing reminds me more of going to school than that little clip of sound.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I wish we could find it.
Did you ride the bus?
Occasionally, yes. Like certain years.
The
yes.
yellow bus?
No,
Occasionally.
city bus.
Oh, city bus. Bus. Yeah, no, I used to ride the LA school bus. He's talking about the bus, like taking the bus. I'm talking about the bus driver comes, Forrest Gump, etc., etc.
Right. Do you remember?
Like we had.
How good are you?
We had to take the bus, but you guys had like choices.
No, like certain schools, you could be dropped off at school because you lived in the area, and like you'd be bussed in if you're from out of the area from LAUSD. Because you got to remember, LAUSD is like
Huge.
fucking big. Yeah.
Yeah, we could get dropped off at school. We could, however, there was no like rules. Like, however you get to school, get to school.
But I went to school the same way every day on the bus.
Yeah, and I would take like certain years. My mom would take me, or
But he's talking about
Grandma.
like a public bus. Yeah.
right. Sometimes I would have to take the city bus or whatever.
Yeah.
You got like a school bus stop that you could go to.
I did
No.
because I lived
Oh,
far.
you didn't, Brett.
Oh shit. No.
I lived far enough away from my school that was the way that they told me to go to school because
believe this
my
just
parents can't like drive 30 miles to drop me off at school, but the bus would.
I can't
But
believe.
you had like a.
Same driver every day, every single kid on the bus the same every day. Listen to 94.7 The Wave for half the drive every day, and then when we got close
Love
to
the wave.
when Steve Harvey started, it was time for Steve Harvey.
Are you? Do you remember the name of Forrest Gump's bus driver?
Florence, something like that.
You're kind of close.
I know who it is. I can
The
see
actress.
her. I can see
Sure,
her
that's,
face.
It's
Egger suit.
That's
Yeah.
Edgar's wife. Yeah.
Egger suit. Yeah, it's like an Egger suit. She's in a lot of stuff. She's like one of those character actors who's in like a million things, like Judy Greer or something.
Oh my God, I can't fight them in here.
Why?
I was like, why isn't he dying? Because it's like the area with the NPC. Like I
it's
literally couldn't hit him.
Dude, Rogier, you fucking asshole.
This is clown shoes, bro.
Isn't he a fucking mage who loves you?
The mage who loves. Are you writing it down? Is it? No, he's not. Okay.
What did you just pick up?
Banished Knight's Greatsword.
Dude, that was the yellow, like, shiny thing that you picked up?
Yeah, it was an item that dropped from the guy I just killed.
Oh.
So you don't remember her name, huh?
No.
Dorothy
Harris.
Harris.
See, I was in the zone. I knew that it was like something like that.
I knew.
I have seen Forrest Gump 9 to 18
million,
times. Yeah.
million times. Yeah.
Not by choice, really.
Oh, it's always my choice.
I don't have it. Like, for example.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I don't own Forrest Gump, but if that shit's on, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of the time I will. That movie got, like, backlash when I was, like, in my 20s. Like, there was a time when, like, my friends thought Forrest Gump was, like, you know, and they thought they were, like, bohemian revolutionaries, and that, like, a movie like Forrest Gump is kind of, like, you know, pro a lot of stuff that America has done that is not good. And it's like...
It's a weird opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the movie is just a movie. I don't know.
What if Forrest Gump 2 came out?
Dude, there is a
yeah,
Forrest Gump
there
2.
there
like
is.
The book.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a book.
Yeah, I never read it.
Did you know Forrest Gump was a book first?
I did not.
Did you know that he goes to space with a monkey?
No, does he?
Yeah, I've read Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Do you think it could come out today?
The book?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Forrest Gump.
Yeah. I will say it's a little weird, though. Like,
I don't think that a guy who doesn't have a mental disability would play a guy with a mental disability today like that. Though it definitely didn't stop with Forrest Gump. If we're thinking about that, if you're thinking about that bit from Tropic Thunder.
no, it's more like the thing that got me was like my friend was like, "You don't see nothing wrong with Forrest Gump." I'm like, no, I'm like, okay, like if Ginny and Forrest, if their genders were
Right.
reversed, how would you feel? I'm like, oh yeah, that is a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another part of it that's a little weird.
Just a little, you know. Stupid bitch. I hate this man. You know what? I'm about to light this dude up, literally. Because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the cycle. I'm gonna break the cycle. From Stained.
Oh no!
You know what?
The cycle continues. Life is forever. The circle of life.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Later, stupids.
I can't believe that you didn't take any damage from falling off of this church.
Oh, he thinks he's smart.
You don't have enough life for that kind of shit, bro.
Hey, not bad, huh?
Like, that worked out.
I'm getting
Oh!
there. I'm getting there.
Dude, you got the armor, too. You've been killing him so much, you got his whole shit.
I know, right? I got the shirt of an asshole.
Here's a question. How much dying... How bad at the game do you think they expect you to be?
I don't know. I never think about that stuff. I don't know.
I think about that kind of thing all the time.
I know. You express it a lot.
I'm like... they're like, okay, well, you kill this guy, 15 times. The likelihood that he'll drop everything that he can drop is, he probably won't in 15. But is that, because they think that you're supposed to die, a lot of times in this game?
Not necessarily, because it's not like dying is the only way to re-encounter these guys to get more chances at their shit, you know?
That's true. But I just mean as an example, right? Mechanically, why did they design it with the drop rates that they do? Is it because they want you to grind, or they think you're going to die? You know what I mean?
Neither. I think those are two potential answers, but if I had to put money on it, I think it's probably because they want encounters to feel exciting and special. And so, if you got an item every time, it'd be it wouldn't feel great when something does pop up.
Well, exactly. I don't think you should get an item every time. I just mean, they went with, 4% or whatever for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they're guessing at how often they think we're going to fight somebody, or if they want us to actually go back and try to fight them many times to get it.
It could be neither, because
Yeah.
maybe they don't give a shit if you get that item or not. I certainly don't. You know what I mean?
Sure. I'm just talking about, when they made it, what were they thinking?
Good question. Yeah. All right. Are we... Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I hate this thing.
Maybe this architecture will help.
It's so funny when they make a guy that it just feels like there's definitely a type of Souls-like boss guy, or I don't even say Souls-like Soul series type of guy, where they just feels like they put the guy in a room that's just a little too small.
Ooh.
For how big it should be for a boss this big.
Whew.
And it's such a good. I always love those fights.
Come on, buddy. Fuck!
Ooh,
I got caught up on the thing behind me.
he's just got some crazy range too.
Yeah, his range isn't bad.
Probably all those arms.
Look at his range.
But look at my range. I'm gonna kill that guy. Like I said, I'm going to kill him.
Arms Magoo.
Fuck yeah. Oh!
He was
Everything's different now.
He was like, ah, ha, ha, I was looking.
I learned.
It's like that bit where you know your kid is awake, but they're sleep. They look like they're sleeping,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, I don't know if they're sleeping, but if they're really sleeping and I pick up their arm, it'll stay in the air.
Just make him do stupid bullshit that's not real.
So they do it. They're like, wow, yeah, they're totally really asleep.
What movie is it? There's a story where it's my dad came home and I was asleep, but I wasn't asleep, but I didn't wake up, and he went to war and died or some shit like that.
Oh shit.
I always felt like a secret agent when I was pretending to be asleep. I'm like, I can hear what you're saying. You think I can't? You think I can't hear?
Agent Ted. He's pretending to be sleepy
The adults.
when he's sitting in his bed.
The adults are having a party in the other room. Ted's everybody just is relaxed, having a good time. Ted's in the other room
I hear everything, you idiots.
I'm writing this all down.
Ted's mom is at a key party.
Why that song?
Secret Agent Ted. I was just singing it.
Why is he at that party?
Key party?
Oh well, okay. Yeah, key party.
A key party?
Don't
Yeah,
don't
key
look it up
party.
till after.
What
this-
is a key
Don't look
party?
it up till
Oh,
after this
don't
is
worry
over.
about it, Ted.
Don't look it up till after it's over.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Maybe she won't watch
Oh
this
wait,
one.
He's pretending to be sleepy when he's laying in bed. It's so stupid.
Pretending to be sleepy.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have to kill this guy because...
You already killed him.
Well, more that, like I could sneak. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
you know there is a music video online where I am playing a secret agent man.
Have you shown me this?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
It's
Is it official?
yeah.
LA casting?
I think it's official. Yeah.
Not just like you and Pat doing college.
No. It might have been a college like project, but it was like a full music video.
Like it was a production.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, God damn.
I'm gonna get him, dude.
Hey, what about that big old buddy of yours?
Oh, right. What?
What do you think about that?
I didn't, because I'm telling you, every time we record, like, and it's a new day of recording.
You forget that
the butt exists.
you forget the good news.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep. I will use that butt.
I bet you he's not gonna like it very much.
Hey, man, when did you become, like, aware?
He's like, yeah. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing and expecting a different result.
I read that on the internet. Hey,
I have an iPad.
my mommy gave it to me.
I'll be honest, I go through them with these feet.
See?
Pretending to be sleeping, but he's awake in bed.
Like, gave me power
Over what?
people around me. You know?
I don't think so, man. Seems to me
Yeah,
like
I
you were
was-
still just laying there with your eyes closed, pretending to be unconscious.
I was. I was in
God,
control.
Yes. Talk further and further into my web.
The fools.
Ted had a dinner that was hearty.
He was laying down in bed, but he was really awake instead.
He's listening to what everybody said. Secret Agent Ted.
They're making a movie about him.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh, God, that makes me laugh. Hey. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter because the bed is too funny. Be careful what you say, or you give yourself away.
There's a man who's sleeping, but he's listening.
Oh, God.
He's not taping it or writing it because that would give it away.
Oh, God. Oh, God, that's a good one. Oh,
This guy's
man.
the worst one.
Pulling off espionage feats from his Power Ranger sheets.
For years they thought there was microphones in the basement.
He's secret.
What's the word for when you're walking out of the movie theater and you're feeling yourself?
I don't know if there is one, man.
You know when you see like a movie where like you like watch John Wick and it's like it blew you away and you're
Yeah,
like,
Eddie Murphy did a bit about it where, like, you know, back in the day, like, white people would be all gassed up around him. He's like, oh, you just saw Rocky. He did the bit. He was like, he just saw white people all around town being like, all right, Rocco! Hey, Rocco! Hey, baby! I wish I could take credit for that. That's Eddie Murphy. That's
that
one of
is
the greatest.
So fucking funny.
All right, Rocco! He's like, oh, you just saw Rocky.
I like Eddie Murphy because, like me, he thinks that funny sounds are funny.
They
more
are.
than anything.
Dude, that's real. I'd get so gassed up after so many movies.
What's the movie like?
I'd be like
Got
in
you.
the zone.
Which one got you gassed up?
That one where they put on the sleeping gas, but they don't actually fall all the way asleep, and they're getting operated on. They can hear the doctors talking.
Routine procedure. But he can hear him and hear her.
It's too late. I've heard everything.
Oh, God.
Maybe Pirates.
That's the one where you're like, yes!
The first one?
The soundtrack gets me. The movies themselves,
I think
But
that
the
first
music,
movie is a great little flick.
I'd have to watch it again to really judge it. I remember it being okay.
I was surprised, like, I kind of wrote it off because by the end I'm like, what is happening? Like, what does even happen in these movies anymore? But going back to watch the first one, like, it's like an Indiana Jones movie. It's pretty fun.
Like, the trilogy is pretty good. The first one, still so fucking...
The first one feels like a real movie. The other one,
whoa, where did this guy come from?
Outside, he must have followed you all the way in.
Damn.
That's the guy with the knight.
Are you ready, dude? Are you ready for me to finally kill this asshole?
Are you gonna bus slam him?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait.
Actually, don't wait. Head over to patreon.com/superbeardbros right now to support us in our ongoing war against the algorithm. We love to be independent punk rock, making stuff for the people who want to hear it, exactly what they want to hear. And the only way for that to happen is for people who can afford it to head over to patreon.com/superbeardbros. $10 a month gets you 30 days early episodes, everything. You want to time warp to the future? $10 a month right now. Patreon.com/superbeardbros. It helps. It helps Ted. He's going to get a water bowl soon. Real nice one with his name on it. And he's real thirsty, guys. So let him drink.
I wanna throw this out there. There's been a general outpouring of people that have told me personally I will not downgrade for you guys. So I just want to say thank you so much.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Y'all are
real
dumb.
talk.
No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate. That's like okay. Let me maybe try and kill this guy first. Then.
You're so close. There you
Yeah.
go. Ooh, I don't like the underside of him.
Secret Agent Ted. I'm sorry. That's very funny to me. Yeah, real talk, man. Those of you who are like actively choosing to give a little bit, like I think it might feel small to you, or maybe it doesn't feel small. Regardless of how it feels to you, it makes a big impact over here for all of us. So just wanted to say thank you. Please understand that. Please understand that what you're giving is making a huge difference over here. Thank you. Oh, fuck, dogs.
He thinks he knows your secrets, but it's just some shit you said.
It's like, oh.
When he wakes up tomorrow, he kind of forgets most of it.
He kind of eventually falls asleep
Yeah,
in the
legitimately
middle.
falls asleep.
Laying still for a long time's pretty tough.
Oh, that's Homegirl's Memento. Do you remember her Little Red Riding Hood we met
Yes.
ages ago?
Yes.
We can go give that to her.
When the blankets are really soft, he still kind of nods off, 'cause he doesn't work for a government agency. Oh.
Now it's like, it's going to be in my head for a long time now.
It makes me think of Ace Ventura
Oh!
every single time.
100.
Yeah.
How many of these we got? I feel like I got to check every time. Oh, man. We have 3. Okay. Let's do it, huh?
Hell yeah.
Oh, boy. Hello? Oh. Oh, God! Dude,
Whoa!
I hate that.
That was like a nightmare where you
Yeah.
you realize you're naked.
I can't walk.
Yeah.
I can't walk. Nobody look.
Actually, though, like both of those guys died from 2 punches, which is pretty
yeah, dude.
pretty good.
I'm medio.
Medio.
There's
Ooh,
so many dreams I've had where I can't like exceed a certain speed.
that's your dream, to go as fast as you want.
No, like I can't go faster than like a snail's pace.
Oh yeah, you know what? That is something that's happened to me before, where you're just like, yeah.
This is how you know I'm really out of shape in real life.
Get to
Like, really out of
class.
shape. Even in my dreams where I fly like this high off the ground.
Because you're like, I couldn't possibly go
there's
higher.
no way. Yeah! I know I'm a fat guy. And I fly, and it's all slow. I be getting some height, but, like, not much. You know what I mean?
If there's one thing that I
That
wish...
dream voice you had.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, no. Too
No,
big.
please, let's be realistic. If there was one thing I could make real from fiction, it would be like whatever situation is going on in that one house in Mary Poppins, where that dude is like
I
laughing.
love to laugh.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you live, bro.
Me?
I love to laugh.
Ah.
Where are my souls?
I think you died.
Well, no, I mean like.
Oh.
Hold on. Like where?
Right by Rogier?
Oh yeah, they might be by Rogers. Well, also, who? That's
that
that
your boy?
motherfucker right there.
What is he doing?
Being a fucking crazy creep.
Can you get over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him.
What the hell?
Hey, but real talk, where are my souls?
I think they're by Rogier. Down there where you...
Okay, let's go.
Where was the last place you died?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was like before you got to the room, eh?
Yeah, it looks like they're down there. I've never seen this dude up here.
Yeah, me neither.
Excuse me, sir. What the fuck?
Oh, great. Just a small please.
Oh, did he take your fucking...
You
Oh.
asshole.
Wait, what is that?
Hop along with what's happening.
Was that your money back that he took?
No. It's a grace mimic.
What is that?
I don't remember.
Grace.
Grace. There we go.
Sounds like you could put a fake grace down, or like it acts like a grace, and you just put it somewhere.
Oh, like a one-time save point? That could be cool.
Well, let me see. I forget
But I
what
have no idea.
It's a memory of grace.
Lose all rooms.
Return to last had a grace visit. Oh, it's like a homeward bone.
But that's not what you have yet.
Light shows the past, but without order.
Huh?
Oh, does that like point me towards the next bonfire? Maybe.
Weird.
That's my guess.
Okay.
But I'm feeling good, man.
I mean, now that that guy's dead, like what?
How do
I think you have to jump down.
We'll get over there. Like this is one of my favorite places in the game in terms of like how twisty, turny, and circuitous it all is. Like, look at this. So we were just down there. That's where the dogs were.
That's where we got the
But we
the little
can
sigil.
Go over Schmeh.
That's that.
And we will go over Schmeh. Also, there's the rooftops too. Okay, shit.
Watch out for this dick.
Okay.
I want to be healthy. God damn, it does so much damage. That is so funny, dude.
What, roasting people alive?
Like, that your plan beat his plan is very funny.
You mean standing and spinning in a circle like fucking Leatherface just doesn't kill people?
Just you slammed him in the butt. He hit you like 9 times. You didn't care, and you
9 times.
Yeah.
9
just hit you a bunch of times. I like that painting.
I know there's a grace around here somewhere.
Look out for this fucking loser up here.
Okay.
Looks like he's gonna jump down and get you.
Abracaditcha.
I'm gonna jump down and get you.
What's up, Susie? Oh, I know where the nearest one is.
I'm about to jump down and get you.
We can like, oh, dude. Okay. Okay. We can make a run for it, but it is through a gauntlet of bullshit. See those stairs? Yes?
Which ones? The
ones
ones straight
on the left
across?
there? Yeah, straight like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
If we can make it, look at this. If we can make it there,
You're just gonna run? Is that the plan? Like
Yeah,
you're just
there's
gonna book it?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fuck yeah. This is how I like to do it. Oh. Watch out for those barrels, dog.
It's a beautiful note.
That's the note you make when you die sometimes.
Yeah, that's real.
Dude, you didn't even have to really
Fuck.
schmoove too fast. Was that Steak America?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's not so bad.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh. We're
do you
good.
Do you spawn there?
I think so.
Even if you don't rest?
I think so. I hope so.
That reminded me of your death runs in Dark Souls modded.
Losers, you fucking losers. We did a heist.
next time on Beard Bros. There's like another, like, I forget how to get there exactly, but there's like another, oh, I know exactly how to get there. There's like a whole rooftop area that we can go to before we like continue down into the depths here.
Yeah, let's do it all.
Plus, there was that one area, remember when I said we can like hop that fence? We can do that too.
It's all pre-Godric stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Is there even any post-Godric stuff?
Like after the boss, then we're done.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, let's do it next time.
We can explore
We're
more
so
of the castle.
fucking close.